Hi, this is Lisa the Black Widow King, and you're watching SHEtv.
So, how did you get into martial arts?
I got into it by default, started as fitness, just wanted to do something different than what they offered at the gym, and I also liked the aspect of it being a martial art. Many years went by, I started ring announcing, I started commentating, and finally Master Toddy said, you know, it was time for me to get in the ring.
What was your first fight like?
It was probably my most exciting fight to date, probably the least technical fight that I've had, but I had no fear, really. I went in there and I was matched up with a phenomenal opponent who was really strong and had more muscles than any guy I've ever sparred with. And everybody expected me to die. What was great about it is the crowd. And that's when I knew that I loved the crowd. Because by the second round, everybody was cheering and chanting my name, kind of like the fight in Fight Girls. And just about the point where I didn't think I can go anymore, you realize you could. You have a crowd to please. And I did. I pushed on. And we got fight of the night. And I won that match by unanimous decision.
Do you feel that the women mixed martial artists, they do support each other, and do you feel like you see that here and that we will see that here tonight?
Well, I did all of the interviews going into these fights, and I can tell you that everybody here, you know, despite the promoters wanting everybody to trash talk, everybody, they don't have anything negative to say to their opponent. We all do the same thing. We respect each other for what we do. It takes a whole lot to train this hard, but also to even step foot in that ring. That is probably one of the hardest things that a person can do. So definitely, we're supporting each other.
Do you spar against women and men equally, or what's that like?
Well, even though Master Toddy is known for having a lot of female fighters, we only have a handful. So to have us all there at the same time, it's few and far between. So predominantly, it's a lot of guys that get me ready, and a lot of the trainers, and just probably like most of the females here tonight, it makes us know that once we get in the ring with the female, they're never going to hit us as hard as a man does.
So what would you say is the predominant difference between men and women when they're fighting?
Well, for women, we get emotional. You hit us, it's it's personal. With guys, they expect it, and you hit them and they brush it off. With us, you'll see that in the gym, you'll see it in the ring. And I think that's why people love to see these types of fights, because you know, it just becomes an emotional roller coaster, and you see them working through it, and there's a whole event taking place in the midst of the fight, and that's what you need to watch for in addition to the fight.
Do you have any ideas on how you think that we can help the sport?
Well, I think first and foremost, there's a lot of good sportsmanship in stand-up or ground fights, but I've also seen a lot of people where they, you know, don't want to support each other. They don't want to see each other succeed and fear that they're not going to get their shot. There's strength in numbers in anything you do. We're a very small niche, whether it's karate that you do, or if it's jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, whatever it is, even boxing. If we all were to get together and pull all of our resources, there's a very good opportunity that we would advance significantly further than even the men do.
Where did you get your nickname?
The Black Widow. Long story short, there's a couple different ways. At the gym, there was a couple people who was referring to me as the Black Widow because I'm just so small, and they said, you just don't look like you'd fight when you do. You just unleash, and anger management. But at the same time, my son, who is 7 now, but at the time he saw Catwoman and went to school, and his teacher had said, you know, what did you think of that? Isn't she cool? She does so many things. And he goes, it's okay, but my mom's a superhero too. So hence the Black Widow was born.
What do you think, you know, is some advice that we can give young girls who want to get involved in mixed martial arts, but maybe are a little intimidated because it just seems like it's all guys in there?
Well, I just say that, you know, don't let another person in anything that you do intimidate you or let your dream go by the wayside. They have just as much right as you to be in that gym, and you know, if you can get a friend, sometimes it's a little bit easier, but be strong. That's the first step, to go in there. The trainers are going to support you. There's very few people anywhere that's going to say that it's not a place for women to be, and you know, it's a growing sport, it's a growing niche, it's a phenomenal self-defense, and it's a phenomenal form of fitness. So you know, go for it. There's no reason that if you can go and do an aerobics class, and I just recently did that, those are hard. There's no reason why you can't get into a dojo or a gym and do some stand-up or ground fighting.
Now, do you have any female heroes?
Female heroes. I I can't say that there's a person per se. I would definitely have to say, I'm going to go with the old theory, Wonder Woman. She was extremely cool, and there's nothing she couldn't do, and she beat the men in anything. So I'm going to stick with Wonder Woman.
That's a really good hero, I think. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for talking with us. We're really excited about the fights tonight, and we're really excited to hear more from you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And to everybody out there, be smart, train hard, and support each other.
Absolutely. Thank you.